My girlfriend said she was going on a business trip out of town for the weekend. 2 days later, my buddy had a family emergency, and I ended up doing the last Uber Eats delivery of his route for him. When the door opened at an all too familiar address right in the city, she was standing there wearing his shirt. Her name was Grace. We'd been together for 2 years, living in my apartment for the last one. Last Thursday, she came home with big news. Her company was sending her on a mandatory leadership retreat 3 hours away. She showed me the conference center brochure. It seemed legitimate. I kissed her goodbye Friday morning. Saturday afternoon, my best friend Dave called. He does Uber Eats on weekends to pay off student loans. He asked if I wanted to ride along. We were on our last delivery when his phone rang. His mom had fallen, heading to the emergency room. Man, I have to go, but I've got this last order. Could you drop it off? I grabbed his phone, looked at the address. A new high-rise downtown. The name on the order, Alex. I rode up to the 27th floor and rang the doorbell. The door swung open. It was Grace, wearing a man's oversized button-down shirt, unbuttoned enough to show she had nothing underneath. Her hair was a mess. Behind her, a shirtless guy walked into view. Alex, her friend from college she'd always described as like a brother. She didn't recognize me at first. Then her eyes focused and the color drained. Her face twisted with disgust at me. What the hell are you doing here? Why are you doing Uber Eats delivery? I am so ashamed of you. The sheer audacity. Something inside me snapped. I dropped the bag of food. It hit the marble floor with a wet thud. Ashamed of me? I roared, my voice echoing in the hallway. You're supposed to be at a business conference, you lying, cheating piece of trash. Alex stepped forward. Whoa, who are you? I'm her boyfriend, the guy she lives with. Who are you? His expression dissolved. Boyfriend? You told me you broke up with your ex months ago. You said he was a psycho stalking you. I wasn't just the clueless boyfriend. I was the crazy stalker ex in her story. So I'm the crazy ex? I kept my voice low. Is that what you were thinking when you used my credit card to book this conference? Alex turned on her. Betrayed, too. You've been playing me this whole time. Using my apartment. Telling me you're single. Letting me think we were starting something real. She started crying. The classic defense. I was confused. I love you both. You don't love anyone but yourself. She looked between us. Where am I supposed to go now? I don't care. You have until noon tomorrow to get everything out of my apartment. If it's not gone, it's going to the curb. Alex shook his head. You're definitely not staying here. He grabbed her purse, tossed it into the hallway, and slammed the door. I went home and changed all the locks by 10 p.m. Then I started packing her stuff into heavy-duty black trash bags. Clothes, shoes, makeup, books, everything. By 2 a.m., I'd filled 30 bags and piled them near the front door. Her side of the closet was empty, like she'd never existed. At 8 a.m., I hauled them all to the curb. Grace and her friend Megan showed up at 9, loading everything into Megan's SUV with angry shoving and muttered curses. Days later, she spread a story that I was the monster. Jealous, controlling, violent. She claimed I'd tracked her down and assaulted her. Then I got a text from Alex. Grace is insane. She's telling people you attacked us both. That's a lie. I have all the texts where she told me she was single, and her crazy ex was harassing her. If you need me to back you up, I will. I forwarded it to our entire group of friends. For anyone who heard Grace's story, here is the guy she was with. She lied to everyone. Her smear campaign collapsed instantly, but she wasn't done. Her father left threatening voicemails. Then, the night before a major work deadline, my internet was mysteriously canceled. She'd used her old account access to sabotage my job. I drove to where she was staying and banged on the door. When they opened it, I was shaking. This stops now. I played her father's voicemail. Last night, my internet was canceled before a major deadline. Here's what happens. You, your friends, and your family leave me alone forever. One more contact and I'm filing for a restraining order with all this evidence. They went pale. Grace tried one last time. But Jake, I made a mistake. What about us? I looked at her and felt nothing. There is no us. You torched that when you packed for a fake business trip. I blocked everyone and never looked back.